What am I making? Welcome back, guys, to another edition of Looted. Today we're going to be checking out some effects pedals. In total, we've got 4 pedals to try out today, and they were all sent to us by the guys over at Donna, who for years have been making budget but apparently very high quality guitar pedals. And seeing as these are the first ever pedals I've ever tried by Donna, in fact they're the first ever pedals I've ever tried in my life, I'm looking forward to seeing what we get out of these things. But Charles, your guitar skills are like that of a 3-year-old, I hear you say. Yeah, can't really argue with that one. Which is why I won't just be using a guitar, I'll be using a whole array of electronic instruments I have accumulated over the years just to see what weird and ear-piercing sounds we can make. Gosh, I've never sounded so excited to make my ears bleed. But first things first, let's unbox these pedals and show you what we've got to work with. First of all, we've got the FUSH, not to be confused with FRUSH, which is what I did for the first few takes of this sentence. FRUSH, no, FRUSH, no, FRUSH, stop saying FRUSH. And inside the box, we've got some stickers, the manual, and then we've got the pedal itself. And this is a Overdrive / Distortion pedal, which according to the manual is inspired by the legendary American-made Overdrive Distortion pedal. A bit vague, but I'm going to assume they're talking about the big muff pedals by Electro Harmonix, so chances are if you've used one of those, this is going to sound fairly similar. The switch on the top here allows you to toggle between 2 sound variations. You've got high, which will give you more of a distortion sound, and then you've got low, which will give you a boost, but it'll be a much cleaner one. And you can adjust your gain with the knob in the middle, then you've got your volume knob and your tone knob. Then we've got the Mod Square Evolution Plus, which sounds the coolest, but I know the least about. Once again, we've got stickers and manual. Then we've got the pedal. This pedal gives you a selection of 7 modulation effects to choose from, and then on the top you've got 3 knobs, which are your effect parameter controls. Next up, we've got the Echo Square. More stickers. I'm gonna have so many stickers by the end of this. As much as I love the boxes, they are a bit tricky to get the pedals out. There's not much grip room. Now the build for this one is identical to the last one, but this one will give you your delay effects. And again, like the last pedal, you've also got 7 effects to choose from. You've got digital delay, you've got analog delay, you've got tape, mod, sweep, lo-fi, and reverse. And then you've got the 3 knobs on the top to adjust the mix, time, and feedback. And then lastly, we've got the looper, and wow, this thing is tiny. I really didn't think pedals could come much smaller than these ones, but oh was I wrong. This pedal has 3 playback modes, which you can adjust with the little switch on the top here. So you've got half speed, normal speed, and reverse. In the middle you've got a volume knob, and then on the side you've got a micro USB port, which you can use to import and export loops, and you can also use it to update firmware. And in total you can record loops up to 10 minutes in length, which sounds pretty good to me. All these pedals run on 9-volt DC, so let's go ahead, get them plugged in, and start making some noisy noise. To all you headphone users out there, consider that your warning. So that's the clean sound we're working with, and honestly I don't remember the last time I tuned this thing, but I'm sure it'll do for now. But let's go ahead and add some distortion. Okay, that's quite loud. God, you gotta love distortion. There's just something about it that brings out the primal instinct in you to be angry and want to punch things, which I'm pretty sure is why mosh pits exist. Well, that's probably the best smoke on the water I've ever done. I kind of wish I bought a Strat for this guitar, because strumming underneath a table, not a good look. I'm not going to explain why. I'm sure you can figure that out yourself. Now let's try the Echo Square. Ah, that works quite nicely, but it's not weird enough. I want it to be weirder. That sounds great. Really liking that one. Let's try lo-fi. It's got a really dirty electronic sound. It kind of reminds me of like old school 8-bit. Next up, let's try the Mod Square Evolution Plus. That really reminds me of something. I don't want to play it too well, or I might get done for copyright. So what I'm getting from this pedal is that it's basically just varying degrees of wah 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 wah, and despite the kind of sarcastic sounding remark, I do quite like it. Now for the looper, like all the other pedals, it's very easy to use. All you need to do is hit the button and it will record what you're playing, hit it again, and then it will loop what you were playing. And then if you want to add more to it, just do the same thing until you have the loop that you desire. Now bear witness to the worst loop ever made. Now obviously if you're using this pedal properly, you would have it on the floor and you would use your feet to control it, but as I have it on the table, it's made it extremely awkward to use. Okay, alright, this is bad. Alright, let's just turn this off. Stop the music. Stop the music. So the moral of the story, use your pedals properly and maybe they'll sound good. Wonder how it would sound if I used them all at the same time. Distortion, echo, modulation, go! So I think it's safe to say that we're all tired of hearing my awful guitar playing, so let's go ahead and try some other instruments. Coming through my regular microphone, the kalimba sounds great, but coming through the amp, it's quite quiet. But if we go ahead and whack on some distortion, it's a lot louder, but you can also pick up the sounds of your fingers touching the kalimba, so it's very, very sensitive. But for the sake of this experiment, it sounds all right. If you're looking for a way to spice up the sound of a kalimba, pedals are definitely the way to go. Obviously some effects don't work as well as others, but what I made there sounded pretty good to me. I'm having visions of me buying a lot of pedals in the future, which isn't a good thing because my wallet can't handle it. Now for the instrument you've all been waiting for, a kazoo. No one wanted a kazoo, did they? Already known for being the most obnoxious instrument out there, let's go ahead and try and make it worse. Alright, enough of that. Alright, a bit off, but you get it. What am I making? I really feel like it was going somewhere at first, but the last couple of samples I think drove it off the end of a cliff and it just started sounding really bad. I wonder how it would sound at half speed. Oh, I've got it set to melancholy. That's why it sounds so sad. I think I got a bit too stuck into that one because it sounded amazing. And we're down to our last instrument of the day, and of course it wouldn't be a looted video if we didn't include the Otamatone. Now I know what you're thinking, how can we improve on perfection? It's already the best instrument out there. And to that I say, I have no idea, but I'm gonna try anyway. Already sounds amazing, but let's add some distortion, some echo, and some modulation. I think that's what it's called, I keep forgetting. I think we need to do some fine tuning. Well, that definitely went somewhere I didn't expect.
Please remain calm. Seek shelter immediately.
Really not sure what happened there, but I'm glad it's over. For tiny little pedals that all come in at under £50, these are fantastic. They pack a punch and they offer such a variety of different sounds for you to manipulate the sounds of your instruments. Everything on these pedals feels solid. The metal casing, the knobs, the switches, they all feel well made, which again isn't exactly what I would expect from a low-cost pedal. They're all super compact, especially the looper. I can't get over the size of this thing. It's absolutely tiny. So the amount of things they've managed to pack into these things is fantastic and makes them well worth the price. And with that, I think that's going to be it for another edition of Looted. Shout out to King McAdams and Tasha Savage, Pikafoop and Luna on Patreon. Thank you very much for your support. And if you like this video, hit like. If you like all our videos, hit subscribe. We've got more videos on the way. You can also follow us on our social pages. And if you want to support the channel further, check out the link in the description to our Patreon page. You can also join us on our Discord server. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.